Hello, people out there. This is Dhananjay Suthar, innovation catalyst and community enthusiast, adding value to the startup ecosystem. Welcome, you guys. So today we are gonna learn about the market, right, which we serve as a customer segmentation is decided and all. So yeah, there are a few points I want to share you in this particular content, that what things you should keep in mind when you are about to start. Before that, many people say that market research is important, right? So what are the key four elements which you should know better way before kickstarting your own startup journey? So here it goes, guys. The very first thing which you should know and you must know is the how big is your market? A very simple question, right? As it seems. But this is a really very important question, as because every sector, every industry, every targeted customer segmentation has its own market. So before starting or jumping into it, please know what is the actual size of your market which you are gonna serve in, right? The very second point which comes is particularly that what is the value of that particular market. If you say that you are targeting into working women, right, your market is about serving with a product or your service to the working women. So it should also have a value attached to it, right? 1 crore of number of working women in your market, and each one is about to pay you $100, right? So when we do the math, right, when you multiply these both numbers, we get the valuation of the market being 100 crore of worth, right? So this particular market is now valued, and this is actual, the market value. It's not your serviceable market. Yes, guys. So the very third point which comes is serviceable market. So serviceable market is a part of market out of which which is your own pie, which are you own, your own company or your own startup is gonna serve it with your product or with your service, right? So that is particularly known as the serviceable market. Now, as we are known with the value of our market, and we are also known with the fact of serviceable market, guys, means one fact I will just wanted to share is, like, there is no company or no startup having 100% share of the whole market. So that's where the competition starts and begin with and exists there, right? So please choose your serviceable market very precisely. On an average, we can go from 1% to 5% of the actual market, as we are bringing in milestones to our place, right, to start with in a startup place. Okay, so very fourth point comes is, and which should be kept in your mind while jumping into this market, is basically the CAGR, right? So what does this CAGR means? Nothing but the compound annual growth rate. Yes, guys. So before jumping into the market, right, you should be also having the competition in there available in the market, right? So please study their own CAGRs, right? Annually, how are they growing? This will land you to the fact, to the known fact, that is the market growing? And this is very important, guys, right? If the market is not growing, there are chances you gonna stuck of one day, right? And before getting stuck to one day, it's really fine to choose a market which is a growing market rather than going and jumping into a stagnant market place, right? So yes, guys, these were the very four points which I just wanted to make up to you, so that you could use this as a checklist, right? The very first was to know your market, how big is the market. The very second was what is the value of your market. The very third was how big is the serviceable market you're gonna serve to. And the very fourth was knowing the CAGR, or actually answering the question of, is the market growing? So yes, guys, please make sure before jumping into anything, before jumping into any market or any sector or any you know customer segmentation, you also go through this four must market segmentation questions. Thank you very much, guys. Wish you most and more. See you again.